Hello and welcome. In this video, we will be talking about the top 5 things to buy in GTA Online in 2021. If you find this video helpful, drop a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Enjoy the video. First in the list is obviously the Kasetka. It costs about 2.2 million, which is pretty steep, but the benefits you get from it is well, it's worth it. You can say it's worth it. So what the Kasetka does is it allows players to do the Cayo Perico heist, which is the highest paying heist in the game so far. I don't know about future updates, but for now it is. Um, the Cayo Perico heist will pay out over 1 million every time you do it, depending on what the primary target is. You don't have to do it to other players, but if you want to, you can. Obviously, more players means more money, more return. Now, the Kasetka is definitely worth it. The 2.2 million that you pay to buy it will be easily earned again from doing the KO Breaker heist. Coming in at number 2, we have the Terabyte. Now the Terabyte is a little bit more on the expensive side of things, especially if you're going to add aesthetic options like I did here, like paint job, wheels, stuff like that, performance upgrades as well. The cost price for the Terabyte is over 3 million depending on the upgrades you do to it. It also serves as a storage vehicle for the MK2 oppressor, which is pretty cool. You can use the big screen here to do side missions. It'll give us some extra cash as well. It serves as a mod shop for the MK2 oppressor. Here we can add rockets, paint job, flares, engine upgrades, armor upgrades, and much more. Now I would also recommend buying the MK2 oppressor as it is the most OP vehicle in the game. It will allow you to travel the map a lot faster, it will make missions a lot quicker, and it will give you a defensive advantage and offensive advantage on other players. The one disadvantage of the Terabyte is that you need to own a nightclub to own it, which is more expensive, but then you do have a lot more benefits. Coming in at number 3, we have the MOC, the Mobile Operation Center. Many people think that the MOC and the Terabyte are the same, that's why they choose one over the other, but they both have their differences and advantages. To begin with, we can see here that the MOC has 3 bays, which can be used for different things. Bay 1 can be used for personal vehicle storage, where you can store any vehicle of your choice. Bay 2 can be used for a weapon workshop, where players can upgrade standard weapons to MK2 weapons, which will give them an offensive advantage against other players and NPCs. A vehicle workshop can also be added to Bay 1 and 2. This will allow us to upgrade the vehicles such as the Insurgent pickup, which is a good advantage because we can upgrade it aesthetically as well as in terms of performance. We can add more armor to it, which will also give us a big advantage. In terms of speed, I would say the Terabyte is pretty slow compared to the MOC, even though it is smaller and more lightweight. Now, in order to have an MOC, unfortunately you're gonna need a bunker to store it, which is a little bit more expensive. The MOC is already expensive, but personally I think it's worth it. Coming in at number 4, we have armored vehicles. This is more specifically to newer players. Now, any armored vehicle, the Kuruma armored, the Duke of Death, the Insurgent pickup, or even a tank, any armored vehicle is always a good choice. Now, armored vehicles against, let's say, other players, well, some of them might take two rockets, maybe three, maybe four, and then be destroyed. You do have some defensive advantage on other players, but not that much. Against NPCs, though, you do have a greater advantage because they cannot penetrate the armor of the vehicle. They might be a little expensive, but they are worth it. You should invest in armored vehicles. Here I have a Duke of Death. I got it for free. I'm not sure if it's still free. You can go check. And yeah, it's a pretty good armored vehicle, especially for missions where I'm surrounded by many NPCs and I have to kill them all. It really does help a lot. So I recommend armored vehicles. Even the cheapest one is fine as long as it has armor. Coming in at number 5, we have choppers or helicopters. Right, so two in specific, starting with the Buzzard Attack Chopper, over 1 million, but it is definitely worth it. Uh, it is small, it is lightweight, it has rockets, which is pretty handy, especially if you don't have an MK2 oppressor. It is pretty quick and agile, and yeah, it makes moving around the map pretty easily, especially if you're doing setup missions or anything like that. Now, the second one that I'm going to be talking about is the Sparrow. Now, this one is a little bit more expensive, and it comes as a package with the Kasetka submarine. So this one is, I mean, it looks like a child's toy, but looks can be deceiving. This one can be stored inside the Kasetka, which is pretty helpful at times because you can call it whenever you want. Both these choppers actually, whenever you need them, if you're in a bit of a pickle, you can just call them and they'll appear right next to you. Now, the Buzzard has a limit of 2 rockets per shot, but this Sparrow can shoot rockets infinitely. So both choppers pretty useful, pretty handy. I would recommend buying either one or both if you can. And that is the top 5 things you should buy in GTA Online in 2021. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Don't be afraid to leave comments. I'm always open to new ideas. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.